Tēnā koe, nau mai, haere mai. Please be seated. Welcome to you all. Welcome to our Scholars Assembly, and especially to our guests, Greg Heller representing the Board of Trustees, Anna Lydiot representing the PTSA, and Julie Anderson, Director for Education for the Southern Region from the Ministry of Education. And a warm welcome also to all the parents of our scholars able to join us today, and of course to our 2023 scholars themselves, most of whom have now left school. It is great to have you back. I want to start by congratulating the 19 young men in years 11 to 13 and their tutors for their success in the 2023 NZQA scholarship exams. Congratulations to all our parents as well for your part in making this achievement happen for your son. You may have given direct academic support on the subjects he took, or provided moral support, encouragement, sustenance, and the study space that went a long way to make this success. Whatever form your help took, this achievement was due to the support crew at home as much as the efforts at school. Scholarship is the toughest test in New Zealand secondary education. It's achievement that carries special significance and status, with quality that's rarely found in our education system. Quality that's valued across New Zealand for its rigour and elite challenge. NZQA scholarship is more like university excellence than school excellence. It's where the best academics find satisfaction and their place in advanced learning and higher order thinking and expression. To pass these exams also puts them in the company of our best teenage academics nationally. Now, to be awarded one scholarship is a truly marvellous achievement. To achieve a number of scholarships, as some of our young men have done, represents remarkable work against demanding standards. We are tremendously proud of the King's Scholars who dealt with the challenges of scholarship so admirably in 2023. This whole school pride extends further, however. It would be too narrow to see it as only the achievement of the hard-working students and tutors directly or immediately involved, as impressive as this was. The results show us so much more. Scholarships were awarded in 14 subjects. This reflects the broad strength and skill of our teachers and their teaching, and the importance we give to personal excellence. If the school was not driven strongly by its personal excellence ethos from the start of Year 9, it would not get to these heights in the senior school. If the foundation we create leading up to scholarship was insufficient or ill-conceived, we would not have these fantastic final outcomes. So in its own way, scholarship shows the very good academic health of the entire school in general. Scholarship successes reflect, thank you, the prime value we place on teaching and learning that's inspirational and aspirational, put simply, lifting learners. And congratulations again to our 2023 scholars and tutors. To Academic Dean Mr. McPhail. And if our sound continues to waver, you'll just have to bear with us, I'm afraid. So Mr. McPhail, could you come forward, please? Thank you.
Kia ora koutou and welcome to the 2024 King's High School Scholarship Assembly. Today we celebrate 19 King's men who have attained the highest academic award in New Zealand's secondary school education. Between them and the 2023 scholarship exams, they gained 30 scholarships across 14 different subject areas. With 30 scholarship passes, King's again ranks as the top performing school in the region and one of the top performing boys' schools in the South Island. Each year, the students are different, but what remains constant is the incredible work of our teaching staff, who create an environment at King's which promotes the pursuit of academic excellence above all else. I want to make special mention of the following teachers who have directly contributed to the success of our scholarship winners. Mrs. Vicky Jobson, Biology, Mr. Nick Kyle, Calculus, Mr. Jeremy White, Chemistry, Mr. Brian Frost, Classical Studies, Mrs. Sarah Sharma, Art Design, Mr. Luke Smith, Digital Technology, Dr. Damien Gibson, English, Mr. Simon Cushion, Geography, Mr. Sam Fielding, History, Mrs. Laura Marsh, Japanese, Mr. Blair Kennedy, Painting, Mr. James McPherson, Statistics, Mr. Jesse Farry, Physics. I want to extend this recognition to all of our teachers and support staff. It's a team effort, and all of you are vital in supporting the culture that has enabled these young men to thrive. Each set of scholarship results tells a slightly different story about our school and our students. This year's is an underdog story. Today we have 9 students receiving their scholarship badges while dressed in King's uniform. 6 Year 12s, who between them amassed 10 scholarship passes, and 3 Year 11s, who each attained a single scholarship pass. This is the best result we've ever had for those 2 year groups combined. This obviously bodes well for the future of scholarship at King's. More important, though, is what it says about our school and the opportunities it provides for the pursuit of excellence. If you have the drive, passion, and courage to step outside your comfort zone, to challenge yourself like these young men have, then age or year level is irrelevant. King's will support you to succeed against all expectations. There is a misconception among some people that scholarship is an elitist endeavour, only accessible to a small, select group of naturally talented students. The reality, however, is very different. As I'm sure our scholarship winners will attest to, natural talent is just the result of hard work behind the scenes that nobody else sees. Take Massimo, John, Liam, Ben, Trent, and Archer. None of them were placed in the top Year 9 academic class when they began here at King's. Yet, they are here today having spent the last 5 years working their way to the top in their subject areas. The meticulous approach to classwork, the countless hours of independent study at home, the time spent struggling, making mistakes, but refusing to give in. These young men are proof that intelligence and ability are not fixed, as long as you have the right mindset and believe that you can improve through consistent effort and discipline. All of our scholarship winners will share similar experiences. All will have failed along the way. All will have battled with self-doubt. All will have questioned whether their best is actually good enough. Today, it is my great pleasure to tell you that your best is more than good enough. Your best places each of you in the top 3% in the country in a subject area, for some of you in multiple subject areas. Underdogs do sometimes win, and when they do win, it always means more to them. To those of you considering entering scholarship at any point in the future, the paths taken by these young men to get to this point should serve as ample inspiration. If you are considering the possibility of attempting scholarship in the future, please come to the PAC during Period 3 to hear from these scholarship winners. We now turn our attention to the students as individuals. 4 of those that achieved scholarship status are unable to attend today. Stefan Keller was one of the 3 students to gain a scholarship in art design. Archer Dovey gained a scholarship in painting. Adam Salisbury and Shota Kozakai can't be here today either, but both have family members present who accept the school's scholarship badge on their behalf. Each student will now be called forward to have his citation read and to receive his scholarship badges from our rector, Mr. McIver. The first student we call forward is Jaden Burgess. Jaden started at King's in 2021, quietly achieving a comprehensive understanding of Year 9 mathematics. It wasn't until Cambridge Mathematics with Mr. Salisbury that he really began to flourish, with an A-star grade putting him on the map as a particularly motivated mathematician. Last year, he proved himself to be hungry for more, and early in Term 2, he was promoted from 12 MAE into the Scholarship Calculus class. Going on to pass the Scholarship Calculus exam as a Year 11 student is a remarkable achievement. especially given the fact that Jayden is the first King's student to do so without previously completing any NCEA Level 3 mathematics standards. In 2024, Jayden, along with 3 other students, will complete a University of Canterbury calculus paper via correspondence. He is committed to striving for an outstanding grade in this year's scholarship calculus exam, while also attempting several other scholarships for the first time. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in calculus is Jayden Burgess. Trent Chalmers. Throughout his years at King's, Trent's growth and confidence was evident as he developed his skills in many subject areas. Mrs. Sharma comments that from day one, Trent presented as a highly capable and enthusiastic visual arts student. In his final year, Trent immersed himself in his design project. His dedication was evident in his choice to undertake a project that had great meaning for him, centered around a personal narrative of grief and loss. He created an extraordinary body of work which visually unpacked with sensitivity and attention to detail this highly personal story. He developed a sophisticated process, working between analogue and digital mediums to illustrate the story. Trent's scholarship pass is due award for his hard work and commitment over the course of the year. We wish him all the best in his plans to undertake a bachelor's degree in visual communications at the Otago School of Design. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in art design is Trent Chalmers. Lucas Cadella. Lucas is a personable and conscientious student for whom personal excellence is a core value. Thoroughness and attention to detail are strengths, and he is to be commended for the pride that he takes in all of his schoolwork. Our esteemed Mr. Cushion is glowing in his praise of Lucas, noting that in his first year of senior geography, Lucas established himself as a critical thinker who can convey a range of perspectives in his geographic writing. He possesses excellent global knowledge and can apply this to contemporary issues such as the global energy crisis, which was 2023's scholarship geography topic. Lucas's success as a Year 11 student was no fluke, as he diligently prepared by writing numerous practice essays and regularly seeking feedback on both his writing and geographic diagram techniques. Lucas will no doubt be aiming for an outstanding grade in scholarship geography this year, while also attempting several other scholarship exams. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in geography is Lucas Cadella. Connor Gray. While Connor's scholarship success in 2023 was in calculus, chemistry and physics, he has shown astounding capabilities right across the curriculum during his time so far at King's. In chemistry, Connor's success cannot be understated. Not only did he achieve this notoriously difficult scholarship as a Year 12 student, but he did it after having previously taught himself Year 12 chemistry outside of timetabled classes, just so he could lock in a place in the scholarship program in 2023. Connor, in fact, stands here in school uniform for the second time in a row, having already attained a scholarship in calculus in 2022 as a Year 11 student. Mr. Cole notes that Connor looks at the world in a unique way, wanting to understand how it works. He always makes significant connections across the subject of mathematics, revealing the hidden beauty that lies beyond the veil of calculus. It is this wonder and appreciation, as well as diligence, that have created a master mathematician. The teacher-student dynamic tilted in 2023, with Connor teaching Mr. Cole more in his second year than Mr. Cole taught him, and it is his willingness to share and encourage other students' learning that enabled him to obtain an outstanding grade in scholarship calculus as a Year 12 student. This grade places Connor in the top 0.3% of students nationwide in calculus, and with a near perfect score of 30 out of 32, an attempt at becoming the top scholar in the country is firmly on his radar in 2024. Receiving 2 blue badges for scholarship in chemistry and physics and 1 gold badge for outstanding scholarship in calculus is Connor Gray. Fletcher Hall. During his 5 years at King's, Fletcher demonstrated immense progression in various areas of study and school life. Not only was he a top academic student, but he excelled as a role model and mentor to many. Like many students, Fletcher always showed an aptitude for mathematics and recognition of patterns and connections in the world. He would always attempt to make the deeper connection in mathematics, understanding why and how certain procedures worked. As a Year 11 student in 2021, Fletcher was accelerated into 12 MAE where he excelled, but largely in isolation from his peers. It was therefore pleasing to see him connecting with his classmates, encouraging, mentoring, and pushing for mathematical excellence over his 2 years in the scholarship calculus class. Mr. Kyle describes Fletcher as a memorable leader who has left a mark on the culture of this class for years to come. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in calculus is Fletcher Hall. Hugh Jack. When people ask me to describe Hugh, the phrase that always springs to mind is ferociously hardworking. Hugh's scholarship pass in classical studies is a testament to the responsibility he assumes for his own learning and his unwavering desire to achieve to the highest standard he can. In class, Hugh regularly asks questions to clarify his ideas and extend himself. He is also meticulous in his approach to essay writing, honing his craft by regularly seeking and acting on feedback. I have to admit that when I first clicked on the Scholarship Classical Studies results, Hugh's was the first name that I looked for. I knew just how much energy and effort he had poured into it and was absolutely stoked when I saw the scholarship next to his name. This year, Hugh has deservedly been named one of our deputy head prefects, and he is primed to take on the challenge of several more scholarship exams. Upgrading his scholarship in classical studies to an outstanding grade will be one of his goals, and if he does so, he will surpass Spencer Gable for the coveted title of Best Performing First 11 Footballer in Classical Studies at King's. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in classical studies is Hugh Jack. Connor Knights. Connor is a diligent student with an innate interest and passion for knowledge. He is a very busy man, negotiating many work commitments outside of school, along with a demanding schedule within the classroom. Attempting multiple scholarships as a Year 12, school's top social complex historical relationships, four is shaping native species and the natural world as a whole. Always wanting to be the best he can be, Ted will be eyeing up further scholarship success in 2024, and I have no doubt he'll be here again next year with another long list of achievements to his name. Receiving 3 blue badges for scholarship in biology, geography and statistics is Ted Menzies. Samuel Mitchell. Samuel exhibited exceptional aptitude and dedication in digital technology last year, setting out to teach himself full-stack web development as a Year 12 student. He made a deliberate choice to create a website project, upgrading the website of a local non-profit organisation, deviation from the more traditional path of a game development project. While this choice presented challenges, Samuel demonstrated much maturity and resilience in facing these challenges head-on and using the experience to gain valuable insights. Opting for a website project provided Samuel with unique opportunities for growth and learning, particularly in the realm of gathering and implementing feedback effectively from real-world stakeholders. This year, Samuel is aiming for scholarship in digital technology again, and has set his sights on developing tools for use within the realm of artificial intelligence and deep learning algorithms. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in digital technology is Samuel Mitchell. Adam Salisbury. Adam was unable to attend today's ceremony, but one of his family members will shortly receive his badge on his behalf. Adam is a student who leaves no stone unturned, always pushing to give his best effort in any work he produces. Equally impressive is Adam's high level of organisation and self-motivation, both of which contributed to his scholarship success in classical studies in 2023. He's incredibly modest and self-effacing, to the point where he can even doubt his own accomplishments. This was the case on the morning that scholarship results were released. At approximately 8:03 a.m, Adam very quietly walked into my room while I was collating the school scholarship results. As he walked towards my desk, he looked up from his phone in a state of disbelief and said to me, "Sir, it says I got a scholarship in classical studies. That can't be right." Having already skimmed the results, I knew that he was right, and I did my best to reassure Adam that there hadn't been a mistake made. The reality is that Adam has maturity and independence of thought that is unusual for a student of his age. He is the first student in King's history to attain a scholarship in classical studies as a Year 11, an accomplishment that should leave Adam with no doubt of what he is truly capable of now and in the future. He has also secured himself permanent bragging rights over his older brothers, Ben and Luke. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in classical studies is Adam Salisbury. Ben Swain. Ben is a great young man who grew much in maturity during his final year at school. Since the beginning of the year, he committed himself to expanding and challenging his artistic abilities. His work showed a high level of skill both to develop a visual language and communicate deeper meanings and ideas. His portfolio depicted the pitfalls of diction and self-deception through the use of darkly animated characters and motifs. He also impressively utilised his digital technology skills to advance his project. Mrs. Sharma comments that it has been a genuine pleasure teaching Ben over the last 2 years, witnessing his dedication and learning unfold. Ben is planning to attend the Otago School of Design, studying a Bachelor of Communication Design, where we're sure he will enjoy much further success. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in art design is Ben Swain. Liam Thorpe. a scholarship pass in biology, Liam has realised the academic potential that many of us here at King's always knew he had. As someone who initially flew under the radar academically, someone who was not always in the top classes, Liam has proved that effort, dedication and persistence do pay off. Mrs. Jobson says of Liam that he is always thinking outside the box, bringing in new ideas to a conventional situation. He has a high level of intrinsic motivation and is a perceptive and insightful student. This, linked with his ability to clearly communicate his ideas when answering questions, meant that he was always going to be a very strong scholarship candidate in biology. Liam's involvement in wider school life here also deserves mention. During his time at King's, he immersed himself in a wide range of activities around school and became a role model for many. It's been a privilege for us to watch Liam grow from year 9 to the great young man that he is now. Receiving a blue badge in scholarship in biology is Liam Thorpe. Paddy Tyrrell. Paddy's quick wit and seemingly laid-back nature camouflage an intense desire to be the best version of himself that he can be. In chemistry in 2023, we did not rest until we could produce work that was unambiguous and difficult to improve. Furthermore, he demonstrated much maturity and personal management skills over the course of the year, balancing an extremely busy school life with sporting commitments, such as mountain bike racing and playing first level football for Kings. As another one of our students who attains his scholarship pass as a year 12, Paddy will no doubt be hungry for more success in 2024. This year will again be a busy one, with deputy head prefect commitments thrown into the mix, but based on my own experience in football, I know that Paddy is a man who loves a challenge and thrives under pressure, so I'm sure achieving further scholarship passes will remain firmly in his sights. Receiving a blue badge for scholarship in chemistry and the inaugural Scholarship Chemistry Trophy is Paddy Tyrrell. John Norman. John is now a 6-time scholarship winner, having achieved 2 as a Year 12 student in 2022 and another 4 this time around. John is a bit of a maverick, an ideas man, an independent thinker who thrives on the intellectual challenge that scholarship provides. This is evidenced by the fact that of the 4 scholarships John passed in 2023, 2 of them, geography and religious studies, were subjects that he did not formally study as a Year 13. In English, John backed up and gained his 2nd scholarship in the subject, a feat which Dr. Gibson puts down to John's inquisitive mind, his systematic approach, and the sophisticated crafting of his ideas on paper. In statistics, Mr. McPherson notes that John is an exceptional writer, able to weave convincing arguments and justify his reasoning with a broad range of supporting examples and real-world situations. John's overall contribution to King's also goes far beyond the classroom. He always went above and beyond the wider life of the school. His scholarship success is the icing on the cake for what has been a stellar King's career. Receiving 4 blue badges for scholarship in English, geography, religious studies and statistics is John Morgan. Massimo Mazzuta. Mr. Frost perhaps sums up Massimo's academic prowess best when he describes him as an outstanding student, probably the best he has ever taught. With 5 scholarship passes in 2023, adding to the 3 he attained in 2022 as a Year 12 student, Massimo stands here today as one of King's most successful scholarship students. In fact, Massimo managed the rare feat last year, passing all of the scholarship exams which he sat. Mr. Cushing remarks that Massimo's back-to-back geography scholarships were no accident. He possesses all the ingredients required for success: exceptional writing ability, superb problem-solving skills, knowledge of both the natural and cultural worlds, and perhaps most importantly, a love of learning and desire to build upon his prior success. Another subject which Massimo has excelled in for some time now is history. Mr. Fielding describes him as a young man who cares deeply about other people's cultures and historic justice. His interest in history and the fundamental roots of the past enabled him to understand and articulate complex philosophies, historiographies, and historical relationships. History is the fruit of power, and Massimo's scholarship passes in 2022 and 2023 place him in a rare group of students who were able to wield history's power and gain multiple scholarships in the subject. Massimo also secured his second biology scholarship in 2023 and added both classical studies and English to his impressive resume. Our head prefect of 2023, our Dux of 2023, and our top performing scholarship winner in 2023, Massimo, you have capped off your school career in style, and we're incredibly proud of what you have achieved and who you have become during your time with us on campus. Receiving 5 blue badges in scholarship in biology, classical studies, English, geography and history, and the History Scholarships Shield is Massimo Zutto. Let's have one final round of applause for all of our scholarships.
Thank you, Mr. McPhail. What magnificent achievement. I'd like to give my final congratulations to the young men who just acknowledged that recent hard work at this point and the achievements generated. It's a fantastic thing for us to be celebrating what is such a holistic achievement far and wide. This brings to a conclusion our